Ladies and gentlemen, the horses are on the track and parading to the post. This evening's first race, Condition Pacers, racing 1 mile. Purse of $2,000. The one is our Jam. Held by Robert Henry of Stoutsville. Darren Mauser drives. 2 is Roughhausen. Held by Anlo Atkinson of Kettering for Mike Wilder. Number 3, TMJ, up at the Diamond Chip Stable on Scott Mogan of Ohio. Scott Mogan aboard. 4 is Beeler Hanover, held by Edwin Cook of Londonderry with Richard Cook. Number 5, Buck Hanover, held by Mark Clark of Springfield. Jeff Out drives. Number 6, Cold Town Apache, held by Lewis and Phyllis Boone of Lexington with John Collins. 7 is Citadel Pass, held by Keith Noble and Dave Miller of Ohio. Dave Miller drives. And the 8, BG Quail, held by Laura Baker of Galloway. Brent Holland in the sulky. First race is on the backstretch for the start. There they go. And they're off. And from the outside, it's Cold Town Apache. First to leave from off the rail, it's RJM. Further outside comes BG Quail. From the inside to fourth, it's TMJ. Citadel Pass came away nicely fifth. On the inside and sixth, it's Roughhausen. 2 lengths seventh, the Beeler Hanover. The early trailer is Buck Hanover. Round of the upper turn, early speed duel on the front end with BG Quail. And on the inside, it's Cold Town Apache. Moving past the first quarter mile marker, and BG Quail winning the battle here takes the lead. Inside, Cold Town Apache gives it up for cover second. Along the rail in third, it's RJam. Then it's a gap of 3 lengths. TMJ, another 2 to Citadel Pass. Racing sixth with cover now comes Roughhausen. Beeler Hanover is there racing is seventh, and Buck Hanover trails eighth as they move into the clubhouse turn, and Holland is running the mile with BG Quail. They're in control here on top by 2. Inside and second, Cold Town Apache. TMJ moving first up on the outside, making his bid for the lead, and Citadel Pass has his cover, is drafting along here fourth. Along the rail 5, it's RJam as they move off the turn and down the back stretch. And with the lead, BG Quail, odds-on favorite, leads here by 3 parts of a length. TMJ is right there, pressuring the leader second. Citadel Pass is waiting patiently with cover third. Cold Town Apache buried fourth on the rail. RJam follows fifth. And here comes Roughhausen now moving 3 wide on the outside as they spin at the final turn past the 3/4 mile marker. And it's still BG Quail with the lead. TMJ is still there, a game second. Cold Town Apache on the inside, 13 to 1 shot now, looking for racing room. Less than an eighth of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. BG Quail nursing the lead along here. TMJ is still there and still game and coming on. Cold Town Apache, RJam between horses into deep stretch. TMJ, BG Quail, these two noses apart. Introducing trackside the official winner of the first race, number 3, TMJ, a 4-year-old son of flight director for Wintross, sold by the Diamond Chip Stable and Scott Mogan of Ohio, trained and nicely handled tonight by Scott Mogan. This the 4th season's victory for the 4-year-old Ohio-bred pacer. Tonight's mile 156 and 3, part from the half on. Here's how they finished. The 1 RJam 4, Roughhausen 6, TMJ the winner. Beeler Hanover 7, Buck Hanover 8, Cold Town Apache 5, Citadel Pass 3, and BG Quail 2. In review, 461, 785, 3, and a 2. Tonight's pick 3. 15 minutes on till post. 5-year-old trotters at the 5th leg of Ohio Sires action. Racing 1 mile, a purse of $12,500. The one horse, a 4-year-old gelding, sired by Speed in Action, over Richard Billman and Helen Eisenagel of Jackson. Dan Eder, the trainer, with a 3-year-old best, a 159 and 2, earnings of $58,000. Dan Eder driving the 1, Vince. The 2 is a brown gelding, sired by Scimitar, owned by Esther Crown of MacArthur, Ohio. Earl Owings, the trainer, with a 4-year-old record of 158. Earnings of $63,000 coming in from a second place finish at Northfield Park in Ohio Sires. It's Crown Time Patriot, driven by Ryan Holton. The 3 is a 5-year-old son of Boss Lobel, owned by Don and Gene McKee of Newark. Jim Arledge Jr., the trainer, with a 3-year record of 159-1, earnings of $17,000. From post 3, it's Mr. Boss and Jeff out. The 4 is a 4-year-old son of Flyer Lomont, owned by King, O'Donnell, Fargo, and King of Pennsylvania and Ohio. Jeff Conger, the trainer. 4-year-old record of 157-1 at the Meadows. Just 3 starts ago. Earnings of $75,000 coming in from Northfield Park Sires. Number 4 is Berlin Flyer and Jeff Conger. The 5 is a 4-year-old son of Dr. Zorub, owned by Neil Bauer and Betty Bauer of Ohio. Robert Belcher, the trainer, with a 4-year-old record of 157-3, earnings of $210,000. The 1994 champion with 12 wins and 24 starts this year. The 5 is Dr. Ernie with Dave Hawk. And from the outside, the 4-year-old mare sired by Final Score, owned by Jeffrey Batt of Defiance, Ohio. Evan Copeland's the trainer. 4-year-old record of 115-1 here at Scioto Downs, earnings of $35,000. Gutsy Gertie, handled by Evan Copeland. That's the first division for the 4- and 5-year-old trotters. One-play show Perfecta and And they're off, and it's Crown Time Patriot from the inside. Dr. Ernie from the outside fires quickly here and takes command. Dr. Ernie surging to the front end. Crown Time Patriot to the inside. Strings into the first turn. Along the rail in 3, it's Vince. The inside and trotting a 4th comes Berlin Flyer. On the rail 5, it's Gutsy Gertie. The early trailer off stride is Mr. Boss. Approaching the first quarter-mile marker, and Dr. Ernie setting the early fractions here. Crown Time Patriot, 2 lengths back, is second. Vince along the rail, the longer shot of the board, is trotting in 3rd. To the inside and 4th, it's Berlin Flyer, followed by Gutsy Gertie and Mr. Boss, still having a problem on the back end, still off stride 6th. Moving to the stretch, and it's Dr. Ernie. Hawk is backing this pace down here, getting a breather in the second quarter. They continue to lead here by a length and a half to Crown Time Patriot. Is patient second. Then comes Vince along the rail 3rd. Berlin Flyer in from Northfield Park trotting at 4th as they move past the half. Off the turn down the back stretch, and it's Dr. Ernie going for his 13th season's victory. His 5th consecutive tonight. He leads here by a length and a half to Crown Time Patriot. Continues to wait. Here comes Berlin Flyer. He pulls the pocket of the outside as he gets underway now. He'll pressure the leader as they race into the final turn. Dr. Ernie now being pressured by Berlin Flyer. He's at the leader's wheel second. Crown Time Patriot on the inside is trotting at 3. Gutsy Gertie on the outside. A long shot is right there in striking position 4th. And Vince trotting at 5th as they move to the final turn. Dr. Ernie responding to the challenge. Continue to lead here by a length and a quarter. Berlin Flyer on the outside is trotting a second. Crown Time Patriot to the inside, but it's all Dr. Ernie as Hawk opens up on this field with Dr. Ernie. It's Dr. Ernie, but Berlin Flyer is still there. It's Dr. Ernie at the wire. The official winner, the first division, 5th leg of Ohio Sires, arguably one of the best trotters in the state of Ohio in 95. It's Dr. Ernie. 4-year-old son of Dr. Zorub, Famella's Pride, but Monero, Hanover. Owned by Neil Bauer and Betty Bauer of Ohio. Trained by Robert Belcher. He was bred by Hans and Elila Bachman of Ohio. Driven tonight by Dave Hawk. Dr. Ernie enjoying another very successful campaign in 95. His 13th win and 25 starts. He, the 1994 champion in Ohio Sires. Trying tonight's mile at 158-2. Trackside to make the trophy presentation, the Secretary of the Ohio Standardbred Development Fund, Charlie Bowen. Here's how they finished in the second race. The 1 Vince, 5. Crown Time Patriot, 3. Mr. Boss, 6. Berlin Flyer, 2. Dr. Ernie, the winner, and Gutsy Gertie, 4. 5, 3, 6, 2, 1, 4. $1,000. You feel the weight going postward. There are no changes. The 1 is J.W. Stanley, owned by Mike Metters and Kevin Lundberg of Ohio. Brad Henners drives. 2 is Artful Dragon, owned by William Heil, Bruce, Mary Jean, and Roger Balls of Ohio. Eric Ledford. 3 is Noble Town, owned by Dalton Krauselock of Cyrus for Dan Eder. Number 4, Bet on Baker, owned by Virgil Hall of Jackson with Kelly Shepard. 5 is Mighty Oak, owned by Leonard Buckner, Mount Eaton for Jeff Out. Number 6, Max Pet, owned by Jack McDonald of Portsmouth, Ohio. Brent Holland drives. Number 7, Wish It Was a Cowboy, owned by the First Score Racing Stable of Delaware. Dave Miller in the bike. And the 8, King of the Blues, owned by Richard Van Meter, Randy Owens, and Mel Revilli of Ohio, Mike Wilder in the sulky. They're on the backstretch, nearing the start. And they're off, and Bet on Baker away promptly here for the lead. J.W. Stanley fires off the rail second. Dropping in quickly, 3, it's Artful Dragon to the inside in 4th. As they swing into the first turn, Noble Town. Along the rail in 5, it's Mighty Oak. Angling in 6th comes Max Pet, Wish It Was a Cowboy. Gapping 3 lengths early 7th. King of the Blues, the early trail of 8th as they round the upper turn. J.W. Stanley with the lead, but on the outside, here comes Artful Dragon. And Artful Dragon makes a move here, sent to the front, takes the lead as they move past the first quarter. J.W. Stanley gives it up for second. Along the rail in 3, it's Bet on Baker. Along the rail, 3 lengths 4th, it's Noble Town, 2 lengths 5 to Mighty Oak. Then comes Max Pet. Wish It Was a Cowboy is saving ground. King of the Blues moving off the back end now is still trailing 8th as they move towards the half. On the front end, it's Artful Dragon, odds-on favorite here, leads by 2. J.W. Stanley follows him second. Bet on Baker along the rail. 20 to 1 shot is their third. Noble Town moving first up on the outside for it. Off the turn down the backstretch. 5th on the outside, it's Mighty Oak. Wish It Was a Cowboy advancing up the rail nicely. 6th. The inside is 7th, Max Pet. And the trailer is King of the Blues. The field begins to tighten now. An Artful Dragon. The lightly raced colt here leads the way by 3 parts of a length. Noble Town is right there pressuring the pacer second. Moving past the 3/4 mile marker. And J.W. Stanley, 12 to 1 shot. Along the rail and looking live here, waiting for racing room to the outside. Second over, it's Mighty Oak poised to strike 3 wide as they turn for home. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. Noble Town to the outside. Inside it's Artful Dragon. Here comes Mighty Oak. Further outside, it's Max Pet. Pacers coming from everywhere. Into deep stretch. Max Pet driving by to take it at the wire. Here's the unofficial winner from post 6, Max Pet. 4-year-old son of Falcon Elmhurst from Max Barbie. Owned by Jack McDonald of Portsmouth, Ohio. Terry Thompson Jr., the trainer. Brent Holland in Lasonki. 3rd season's victory in only 8 starts. It's a new lifetime record, 1:55 3/5. Sun 64.80. The 6.25 trifecta, $106 even. For 4- and 5-year-old trotters of the 5th leg of Ohio Sires, racing 1 mile. Purse of $12,500. A fill of 6 throughout, no changes. The 1, Adachi. The 5-year-old son of Christus Crown, owned by Terry Mount Pleasant and Ken Summer of Ohio. Bill Mount Pleasant, the trainer. 4-year-old best of 157-1 here at Scioto Downs, earnings of $136,000. Coming in from Northfield Park, Dave Miller driving a Dachi. The 2, a 4-year-old son of Overcomer, owned by Dale Wilgus and Barbara Hughes with Norman Miller of Ohio and New York. Michael Hughes, the trainer. 4-year-old record of 158-3. 3 starts ago here at Scioto Downs. Earnings of $30,000. Coming off a win at the Meadows, it's Josh Coy with Dave Myers. The 3 is a 4-year-old son of Final Score, owned by Leonard Buckner, Mount Eden, Ohio. Tom Brinkerhoff, the trainer. 3-year-old record of 156. Earnings of $457,000. Coming in from the Meadows, racing at the Nat Ray. It's Gully 2 with Jeff Out. The 4 is a 5-year-old son of Ambrose Soler, owned by Ruby Hostetler of Beach City, Ohio. Charlie Myrick, the trainer. 4-year-old record of 157-4 at the Meadows. Earnings of $144,000. Charlie Myrick driving Solar Duty. The 5 is a 5-year-old daughter of Arnie's Exchange, owned by Janet Mosier of Columbus Grove. Jim Arnish Jr., the trainer. She with a 4-year-old record of 156 and 3 at the Meadows, earnings of $75,000. Mike Wilder will drive the 5, Axe Handled Annie. And from the outside, post 6, a 4-year-old son of Christus Crown, owned by Deidre Nickerson, Mary Apking, and Marisa Smith of Ohio. Carol Smith, the trainer. 4-year-old record of 159 at Lexington, $38,000 in earnings. Coming off a qualifier here at Scioto Downs, it's Whitewall Crown for catch driver Hugh Beatty Jr. One-play show perfective and pick 3 wagering. 6 minutes until post time. And they're off, and it's Josh Coy putting his nose front for the lead from the outside. Solar Duty. And Solar Duty quickly up to take command. Adachi from off the rail. Golly Chu came away 4th. On the inside in 5, it's Axe Handled Annie. Whitewall Crown, the early trailer. Out of the upper turn and Solar Duty sets up the early pace. Adachi to the inside is part. On the outside comes Josh Coy, and here comes Golly Chu. A big hold here, but has live cover as they come past the stands for the first time. It's Solar Duty with the lead. Josh Coy to the outside, making his bid for the lead. Adachi in the pocket is 3rd. Golly Chu. Gapping cover is 4th. Axe Handled Annie, she's trotting 5th. Whitewall Crown is 6th. Moving through the stretch, and Josh Coy with the lead, but can't clear. Solar Duty strings him out of into the clubhouse turn. Out of the outside, here comes Golly Chu. Adachi still locked in along the rail, is trotting 4th. Axe Handled Annie has closed the gap in front of her 5th. Inside in 6th is Whitewall Crown as they move past the half, and onto the backstretch they go. It's Solar Duty with the lead. Josh Coy still parked on the outside, and here comes Golly Chu now. And Golly Chu making his bid for the lead, and Golly Chu powering to the front end. On the inside, Josh Coy getting the wake-up call now. Solar Duty is still there along the rail 3rd. And to the outside, here comes Axe Handled Annie. Adachi is caught behind tiring horses now as they move past the 3/4-mile marker. And now the leader is Golly Chu. He's opened up a 5-length advantage. On the inside and trotting a second is Josh Coy. Axe Handled Annie on the outside, 17-1 shot, is closing nicely now. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. And down the stretch they come. It's Golly Chu with the lead. Axe Handled Annie and Josh Coy, these two slinging it out, and they're coming to the leader. Golly Chu is struggling. Axe Handled Annie is striding out. She won't get him. Golly Chu hangs on. Fourth race is now official. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is one of the best trotters the state of Ohio has ever seen, coming in from the Meadowlands, racing against the best trotters in the nation at the Nat Ray. Nosed out in his elimination in 154 and 3, then finishing 3rd behind the very strong and world record holder S.J.'s photo in the final of the Nat Ray. Coming back to Ohio in the 5th leg of Ohio Sires. It is a new track record and a new lifetime record for Golly Chu, 155 and 4/5. There's quite a story behind this horse, Golly Chu. Son of Final Score from Mali also. And the owner for Golly Chu is Leonard Buckner, Mount Eaton, Ohio. Tom Brinkerhoff, the trainer, a very solid stable in the Tom Brinkerhoff stable. This is the 7th season's victory now for the talented 4-year-old gelding in 9 starts. It's a new lifetime record, 155 and 4/5. After a park trip the entire mile, staying game in the stretch, Golly Chu with Jeff Fount. Trackside to make the trophy presentation, the Vice President and Director of the Mid-America Racing Association, Mr. Robert Steele. Very impressive tonight. With 31 wins, which incidentally is the most wins for a trainer since Gene Regal trained 34 winners in the 84-85 seasons. Virgil Morgan, the leading trainer in the Scioto Downs meet, and also is the leading trainer through Friday night in the Mid-America Racing Association meet with 20 winners. And with the most winning drives is the leading driver, of course, again, Dave Miller, who has been dominant here at Scioto Downs the past 3-4 years. He incidentally was one of the top 5 drivers in the entire nation last year. And he also leads all drivers in the Mid-America Racing Association meeting with 41 winners through last evening, Friday night. Congratulations to Virgil Morgan and Dave Miller. A purse of $2,500. The one is Bruin Bunny, by Charles Gillespie of Jeffersonville. Dean Gillespie drives. 2, Guru Sum, by Keith Richardson of Westchester for Mike Wilder. Number 3 is Jimmy Ray, by Mike and Patrick Meadows and Mary Lee Childs of Ohio. Brad Hanners up. Number 4, Larson E. Hart, by Constance Messler of Dayton for Ryan Holton. 5 is Scratched Lane. Number 6, Antar Bay, by Tommy Hunter and Dean Collins of Ohio. Dean Collins drives. 7 is Cimarron Express. Harvey Corbett, the owner. Kelly Shepard, the driver. 8 is Lisa's Easy Ed, by Ron Shade of Miamisburg. Randy Tharps in the bike. And the 9, Country Tradition, by Samuel Rogers of St. Paris. Dave Miller in the sulky. They're on the backstretch. There they go. And they're off. Bruin Bunny from off the rail. Mid-track comes Antar Bay from the outside. Cimarron Express. On the rail in 4th, Guru Sum to the inside, pacing F5. It's Jimmy Ray. On the rail 6th, Larson E. Hart. Part to the outside 7th, Country Tradition. The early trail of 8th is Lisa's Easy Ed. Midway to the first turn, Bruin Bunny with the lead, leading here by a length. As they move past the first quarter-mile marker, Antar Bay has made the front, takes a lead. Bruin Bunny is now second. To the outside, here comes Cimarron Express. And Cimarron Express has yet to find a seat, powering it to take the lead now. Cimarron Express sent to the front. Antar Bay to the inside is second. Here comes Jimmy Ray, moving first up to the outside, third. Bruin Bunny on the inside is locked in 4th. Larson E. Hart with cover 5. Guru Sum along the rail is 6th. Country Tradition, 3rd over the cover flow. Racing is 7th. Lisa's Easy Ed gapping badly here. The trailer as they move past the half. Cimarron Express on the front end here. Takes him to the backside. 8 to 1 shot on the front here. Leads by a length and a half. To the outside and first up second. As they straighten out down the backstretch, it's Jimmy Ray. Antar Bay in the pocket is 3rd. Along the rail, racing at 4th. Bruin Bunny to the outside, Larson E. Hart. Then comes Country Tradition. Here the 3/4-mile marker, and Cimarron Express continues a lead here by 3 parts of a length. Jimmy Ray is stalking the leader, Antar Bay. Saving ground is 3rd. Outside of 4th, Larson E. Hart. Here comes Country Tradition. Swinging 3 wide. They begin to tighten now as they turn for home. Less than an 1/8 of a mile to go. And down the stretch they come, Cimarron Express. On the outside, there comes Jimmy Ray, and further outside, Larson E. Hart into the stretch, and Larson E. Hart surging to take the lead. Larson E. Hart, 9 to 1 shot, gets up to win it. Trackside, the official winner, number 4, Larson E. Hart. 8-year-old son of Good to See You from Miss Gentline, all by Constance Messler of Dayton, Ohio. Tom Gray, the trainer. Ryan Holton in the sulky. 4th season's victory. Fastest one of the year, 1:55, 4/5. $3,200. The one is KG Rufus. The Wensley Hilton of Huber Heights. Kelly Shepard drives. The 2, Sports View, by Larry Fullen and George Coleman of Ohio with Hugh Beatty Jr. Number 3, No Nukes Osborne, owned by Dave Miller. Keith Noble and Ned Hodgkinson of Dublin. Dave Miller up. 4 is Red Hot Jake, owned by Ed Green and Giles Clayton of Ohio with Eric Ledford. 5 is Half Andy, owned by Dave and Eileen Bainter of Columbus for Dell Miller. Number 6, Starwell, owned by Brent Holland and Roland Rowe of Clarksville for Brent Holland. And the 7 is Small Creek, over the Rensam Stables of Dayton. Jeff Fouty and the sulky. One play show. And they're off. Far outside, Small Creek hustles for the lead. KG Rufus from the inside, and from between horses, third. It's Half Andy. Outside racing fourth. Starwell to the inside, pacing 5. Sports View, 2 lengths sixth. It's Nanook Osborne. Early trailer seventh is Red Hot Jake. Right of the upper turn in front has Small Creek. 16 to 1 shot. Right on the front end here, leading by 2. KG Rufus on the inside is racing second. As they move past the first stop of the outside and park third, it's Starwell. On the wheel in fourth. Half Andy. To the outside with cover 5 comes Nanook Osborne. On the rail, sixth is Sports View. To the outside, moving seventh, Red Hot Jake. Moving through the stretch now, it's Small Creek with the lead. Control of the tempo. To the outside, Starwell. Parked for the duration is second. And KG Rufus along the wheel is locked third. Nanook Osborne drafting with cover is fourth. Past the half. Onto the back stretch they go. Small Creek leads him to the backside. And KG Rufus, another long shot. 16 to 1 on the inside. The Garden Spot Trip is second. Starwell to the outside is racing at third. And here to the outside, 3 wide. Here comes Red Hot Jake. And Red Hot Jake powering to the outside. Was sixth, but is now second and coming on. Into the final turn, and Red Hot Jake right to the front end here, leads by a length. Small Creek caught by surprise on the inside, and KG Rufus is on a break. And Nanook Osborne moving around safely now as they move to the final turn with Red Hot Jake on the front end here, leading by a comfortable 5 lengths with less than an eighth of a mile to go. And down the stretch they come. It's Red Hot Jake with a lead. Small Creek to the inside. Nanook Osborne to the outside. And KG Rufus coming on strong, but it's Red Hot Jake in front. Tight for place. Inquiry will not affect the top 2 horses. Here is the unofficial winner from post 4, Red Hot Jake, a 7-year-old son of Interstellar from Crayon. We had Giles and Giles Clayton of Ohio. Giles Clayton, the trainer. Eric Lunford in the sulky. 3rd season's victory. It's a new lifetime record. 1:55, 1/5. Red Hot Jake from last to first. A purse of $3,000. Field of 8. The 1 is King and Doctor over the Barbie King Trust of Columbus. Randy Tharps drives. Number 2 is Telephoto. Barry Conrad and Mike Metters, the owner. Brad Henners, the driver. 3, Alexei, owned by Jeff Reed and Kevin Reed of Ohio. Dean Collins up. 4 is Quick Sum. Ron Collier, the owner. Dan Ader, the driver. 5 is Anxious John, owned by Bill Griffith of Lexington. John Collins aboard. 6 is Scratch. Number 7, Buckeye Cy, owned by Rick Jordan and Ralph Aronson of Ohio. Brent Holland getting the call. 8 is Aggravate, over the Golden Blaze Farms of Delaware for Mike Wilder. At the 9, Double Prince, over Bruce Salisbury and Tony Wire of Ohio. Jeff out in the sulky. And they're off in Quick Sum. Powers away quickly for the lead from the inside. It's Telephoto. King and Doctor came off the rail 3rd, dropping in 4th. Alexei to the inside 5 is Anxious John. Charging from the outside 6th. Here comes Double Prince. And Double Prince gobbling up ground here early as they move around the upper turn. Quick Sum with the lead. And here comes Double Prince. He was 6th. But he's now second to the outside, but he's still parked as he moves past the first quarter-mile marker. On the outside, Double Prince looking for the lead. To the inside is Quick Sum. Telephoto to the inside is racing 3rd. 3 lengths 4th, the King and Doctor. 5 to the inside, it's Alexei. With cover 6th comes Buckeye Cy, saving ground quickly up the rail. 7th goes Anxious John, followed by Aggravate. Into the clubhouse turn, and Quick Sum won't give up the lead, and Double Prince will now be parked for the rest of the mile. To the outside, 3 wide. Here comes King and Doctor with a big move here as they swing off the turn and down the back stretch. It's Quick Sum with the lead. King and Doctor to the outside is now second. Double Prince still parked between them as 3rd. To the inside, 4th, King and Doctor and Telephoto. Here comes Alexei. Field is shuffling now as he races on down the back stretch, approaching the 3/4, but it's Quick Sum still by a half a length. King Doctor the outside is second. Telephoto in the pocket is racing third. Outside and fourth, Alexi, and Double Prince still in the hunt here as they turn for home now. They've less than an eighth of a mile to go. And down the stretch they come. Ader is going to work on Quick Sum on the outside, and racing is second. King and Doctor is coming at him and coming on Telephoto. Down to the inside, mid-stretch. It's Quick Sum, Telephoto into the deep stretch. Telephoto by 2. Telephoto, 6-year-old son of Sidney Hill from Lightship. Owned by Barry Conrad and Mike Metters of Ohio. Mike Metters, the trainer, Brad Hanners in the sulky. Telephoto using the super stretch to record his third season's victory, 156 and 3/5. In the upcoming 8th race, drivers change to the 5-horse Bando Ralph. While purse of $5,000, the one is New Pitch. About JR and Luann Ryan of Moon Township, Pennsylvania. Brent Holland drives the 2 Sharp Fan. Followed the Ellenwood Tenement Farm of Loveland for Larry Tinch, 3 Marching Tune. About George Young and Robert Young of Ohio with Dave Miller, 4 Rambo Lane. About Mike Polhemus and Dave Bodenmiller of Troy for Mike Polhemus, 5 is Bando Ralph. About Ray Cromer, Jerry Kincaid, and Stephen Yates of Ohio. Drivers change here, Jeff Fout. 6 is Shannon Partner, owned by Don Robinson of Ohio. Eric Lenford up, 7 Grand Ship. With the Hall Investment Company of Logan for Dave Myers. And the 8 Somedy Dum Dum, laced by Cindy Swangler of Lebanon, Randy Tharps in the sulky. One-play show, perfected trifecta. It's post time. And they're off, and it's Marching Tune stepping away promptly for the late Grand Ship. Setting sail early from the outside. From off the pylons, it's New Pitch. Early 4th, Sharp Fan to the inside at 5, Rambo Lane. Along the rail end 6th comes Bando Ralph. 2 lengths 7th is Shannon Partner, Somedy Dum Dum, the early trailer 8th. Midway to the first turn, and Myers has Grand Ship on the front, but here comes Marching Tune right back to the outside to retake the lead. New Pitch pulling that cover out is racing third. Along the rail, gapping badly 4th. It's Sharp Fan. Here comes Rambo Lane to the outside, followed closely by Bando Ralph. Coming through the stretch, and New Pitch now takes his turn to the front. He takes the lead by a length. Marching Tune gives it up for the cover second. Grand Ship of the inside is third, and Rambo Lane finds himself uncovered first up 4th. With the covered 5, it's Bando Ralph. Sharp Fan to the pocket is saving ground 6th. Outside and 7th is Shannon Partner. The trailer is Somedy Dum Dum, but he's only 5 lengths off the front end. Off the turn and down the back stretch, and with the lead, it's New Pitch. Heavily favored here, has a lead. Leads by a length. Inside Marching Tune is at his heels second. Rambo Lane grinding him out of the outside is third. Inside the 4th is Grand Ship. Bando Ralph drafting with live cover is 5. Past the 3/4 mile marker now, and it's New Pitch continuing to lead by a length, and Rambo Lane is stalking the leader. Marching Tune waiting for racing room, poised to strike 3 wide. It's Bando Ralph, and Grand Ship is buried with no racing room, and here comes Shannon Partner off the back end with less than an eighth of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. It's New Pitch with the lead. But down to the inside comes Marching Tune and Grand Ship. Rambo Lane is still game into deep stretch, and Marching Tune getting up late to take it. Six. Here's the official winner of the 8th race using the super stretch for his 3rd season's victory. Number 3, Marching Tune, 5-year-old son of Abercrombie from Gusty Music. By George Young Jr. and Robert Young of Ohio. Robert Young, the trainer, Dave Miller in the sulky. Tonight's a mile 156, 1/5. Mile purse $5,000. The one is Baron's Carrier, owned by Sarah Rader of Plain City. Scott Mogan drives. 2 is King of Poland, owned by Dave Ehrenberg of Grove City for Charlie Nuff. 3 is Mr. Destiny, owned by David Klein of Pickerington. Brad Hanner's up. 4 is Aaron Boy, owned by Virgil Morgan. Jeff Rector of the Aesum Paceum Stables of Ohio with Brent Holland. 5 is Yankee Jazz, owned by Keith Noble and Dave Miller with Dave Miller. Number 6, Notre Dame Irish, owned by Scotty Townsend and Eric Ledford. Eric Ledford up. 7 is Cambridge, with the Newcastle Stable of Springfield for Jeff Fout. And the 8 around the court, owned by Dan Wiseman of Fort Lauderdale, Merrill Turcott in the sulky. On the backstretch, there they go. And they're off. And from mid-track, it's the 5, Yankee Jazz, firing for the lead. The 1, Baron's Carrier, came away second. Dropping in third, it's the 2, King of Poland, from the outside fourth, Cambridge. Along the wheel and racing 5, Aaron Boy, to the inside 2 lengths, 6th, Mr. Destiny, 3 lengths, 7th. Is Notre Dame Irish. Early trail of 8th around the court, around the upper turn, approaching the first quarter-mile marker. Miller has Yankee Jazz at the front end here. They lead the way by 2. On the inside, Baron's Carrier is second. Parked to the outside to third, Cambridge. Racing fourth, in the pocket, King of Poland. Gapping cover 5 comes Aaron Boy, followed by Notre Dame Irish. Along the rail and locked in tight, it's Mr. Destiny, 7th. Around the court, joins the passing lane to the outside, 8th. Racing into the clubhouse turn. 4 on the inside and 4 moving, with Yankee Jazz in control here by a length and a half, 2. Baron's Carrier is a patient second. Cambridge has been parked the entire mile as third. Moving past the half and down the backstretch, here comes Notre Dame Irish. And Notre Dame Irish is on the move at the outside as they fire down the backstretch. It's Yankee Jazz with the lead. Baron's Carrier, Notre Dame Irish continues the forward motion, is now third. Along the rail fourth, King of Poland to the outside. Here comes Aaron Boy as he hustles after the live cover. He's now 5th. And Cambridge is done moving back through the pack after the long trip. Past the 3/4-mile marker, and it's Yankee Jazz with the lead. On the inside and second, Baron's Carrier. Outside, Notre Dame Irish. Up into the pocket comes King of Poland. And around the court coming into the picture now as they turn for home. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. And down the stretch they come. It's Yankee Jazz with the lead. Baron's Carrier, 7 to 1 shot. Here comes the longest shot of the board. King of Poland to the outside. Into deep stretch, Yankee Jazz cruising home. 5-2-1 trifecta, paying $1,085.60, $10.85.60. Here is the official winner from post 5, Yankee Jazz, 7-year-old son of Direct Scooter from Snazzy Yankee. Held by Keith Noble and Dave Miller of Dublin. Ralph Leo Grande, the trainer Dave Miller in the sulky. 6th season's victory. Pacing tonight's mile in 1:55.2. For driver Dave Miller, back-to-back wins, giving him a driving double. Purse of $6,000, a field of 7. There are no changes. The 1 is Crown Time Stoney, owned by Esther Cronover MacArthur, Dan Eder driving. Number 2 is Nardi Jeff, owned by Richard and Peggy Payne of Vandalia with Mike Bohemus. 3, CU Sail, with the Hall Investment Company of Logan for Dave Myers. Number 4, Escape for Now, owned by Dave Miller, Keith Noble, and Robert Darr of Ohio. Dave Miller up. 5 is Tough Play, over the White Creek Stable of Boynton Beach, Florida. Jeff Fout driving. Number 6, Harold Leader, Bob Griffith, the owner, Hugh Beatty Jr., the driver. And the 7 is Sharp Joe, owned by Outers Auto Rental of Kettering. Brad Hanners in the sulky. Win Play Show, perfecta trifecta wagering. 9 minutes until post time, 9 minutes. They're off and pacing Crown Time Stoney off the rail quickly. There goes Escape for Now from mid-track. Far outside, it's Sharp Joe, and from between these, it's Tough Play. They're 4 across as they swing into the first turn, and Nardi Jeff quickly grabs a seat along the rail 5th. Along the rail and racing is 6th. It's CU Sail, the early trailer, here leader. Out of the upper turn, and on the front now, Miller with Escape for Now take the lead, but on the outside, Tough Play and Fout right there making their bid for the lead. On the rail in 3, it's Crown Time Stoney. Fourth on the inside, Nardi Jeff. And now angling in 5 and finding a seat comes Sharp Joe to the inside, and sixth at CU Sail. And Harold Leader remains on the back end. Coming through the stretch. And with the lead, Escape for Now by 2. Crown Time Stoney is second. Tough Play, parked to the outside is third. Nardi Jeff in the pocket is fourth. On the bill in 5, it's Sharp Joe as they move past the half. On to the backstretch they go, and with the lead, it's Escape for Now. Heavily favored here, leads the way by 2. Crown Time Stoney on the inside is second. Tough Play, a tough mile here. Parked the entire mile. Along the wheel in 4th, Nardi Jeff. To the outside and pacing 5. Picking up cover comes CU Sail. Sharp Joe is shuffled back, and Harold Leader comes to the outside as they move past the 3/4, but Escape for Now. A solid 3-length advantage here. Now 4. Crown Time Stoney is setting chase on the leader. Tough Play is still there, and Nardi Jeff not looking for racing room. CU Sail comes to the outside 3 wide, but it's all Escape for Now as Miller opens up on this field with the 3-year-old Falcon Sealster. It's Escape for Now, and it's a big battle here for place and now show. Nardi Jeff is closing nicely, but it's Escape for Now at the wire. Nardi Jeff second, CU Sail gets up for third. Pace, number 4, Escape for Now. Just a 3-year-old son of Falcon Sealster from Marietta Lomont. Held by Dave Miller, Keith Noble, and Robert Darr of Ohio. Ralph Leo Grande trains, and Dave Miller, the driver. 6th season's victory coming in from Woodbine. Tonight's mile, very impressive, 154 flat. The 3rd consecutive win for leading driver Dave Miller, giving him a driving triple. $1 mile, a purse of $7,500. Number 1 is Regent Street. Over John Izzo of Columbus, Jeff Fout drives. The 2 is Mountain Jackson. Over Paul Humphrey, Kelly Darrow, Keith Noble, and Dave Miller up. 3 is Sandbox Toy, owned by Robert Werner and Eric Lenford of Ohio, with Eric Lenford aboard. Number 4, Carl's WAG, owned by Carl Gregg of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Dave Myers drives. And the 5, Touch of Greatness, over the Chester stable and the Campy stables of Pennsylvania, New York, Brent Holland in the sulky. Win-play show perfected, trifecta wagering, 8 minutes. There they go. And they're off. From the inside is Mountain Jackson and Regent Street. From the outside goes Touch of Greatness. Angling in 4th, the Carl's WAG, the early trailer, is Sandbox Toy as they fire into the first turn. Just the little horse. Mountain Jackson to the inside. A Touch of Greatness on the outside of these 2. Continue to slug it out. On the rail and racing at 3rd, it's Regent Street as they reach the first quarter-mile marker, and Touch of Greatness, off the big win last week, has cleared to take the lead here by 2. Mountain Jackson gets the guard spot trip second. On the rail, gapping badly 3, it's Regent Street. Here comes Carl's WAG to the outside, making his bid for the lead. Sandbox Toy will get the trip second over racing 5. Into the clubhouse turn they go, and it's Touch of Greatness by 2 lengths. Mountain Jackson is gapping as second. Carl's WAG committed first up of the outside is 3rd. Regent Street of the pocket is 4th. With cover 5 comes Sandbox Toy. Off the turn and down the back stretch. And with the lead, it's Touch of Greatness. Cruising along here by 2. Carl's WAG coming in for the Meadows as they're racing as second. Mountain Jackson on the inside is 3rd. Sandbox Toy poised to strike 3 wide. Past the 3/4-mile marker, and Touch of Greatness, a solid 3-length advantage. Mountain Jackson to the inside is second. Up the rail comes Regent Street now as they turn for home. They've less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. It's still Touch of Greatness, but Mountain Jackson is still there. To the inside, Regent Street is coming alive now. In deep stretch, Touch of Greatness. Regent Street won't reach him tonight. Touch of Greatness in front. The official winner of this evening's Handicap Open, pace number 5, Touch of Greatness. He's a 4-year-old Ohio-bred son of Tucson, Hanover, from Farrah's Encore. Over the Chester Stable on the Campy Stables of Pennsylvania and New York. Bruce Walls, the trainer. Brent Holland getting the call this evening. His 4th season's victory, 2nd consecutive on the front end here at Scioto Downs. Pacing the mile at 153 flat. For driver Brent Holland, that's 2 wins tonight, giving him a driving double. Here's how they finished. The 1, Regent Street 2, Mountain Jackson 3. Sandbox Toy 5, Curls WAG 4, and Touch of Greatness, the winner, 2-3-5-4-1. 12th is clear, no changes. 1 play show, Perfecta Superfect. 12th race condition, Pacers on the backstretch. And they're on their way. And they're off. From the inside, it's Zonk going for the lead. Cha-ching, cha-ching off the rail from the far outside. It's Blast from Past. Right there beside him goes Charlie R. as they swing into the first turn. Along the rail and gapping 5. It's Cam Driver. 3 lengths, 6th, Starrific, followed by Northern Hills, 7th. Another 2 lengths, 8th. It's Just a Filly. Remarkably Smart Trails, 9th. Moving past the first quarter-mile marker, and on the front end with the lead, it's Blast from Past, but to the outside, here comes Charlie R. Charlie R making the front, takes the lead. Blast from Past to the inside is 2nd. Zonk on the inside is 3rd. Cha-ching, cha-ching follows 4th. Cam Driver 5th. Starrific. Flushing cover out now 6th. Northern Hill pulls his cover out 7th. Remarkably Smart on the inside is saving ground. And now the trailer is Just a Filly. Moving past the half, and it's Charlie R with the lead. Leading here by a length. Outside and pressuring his 2nd comes Cha-ching, cha-ching. Blast from Past. On a break here is down to the inside and to the outside at 3. Here comes Starrific. On down the backstretch they go, and Zonk on the inside is racing at 4th. Northern Hill to the outside is 5, and 3 wide to the outside comes Just a Filly. And Cam Driver into the hunt now. They're tightly packed with Charlie R on the front. Past the 3/4-mile marker to the inside. Cha-ching, cha-ching is waiting for racing room. Starrific is there pacing at 3rd. 3 wide, Just a Filly. Zonk on the inside. Midway to the final turn, and it's Charlie R. Fighting to keep control on the inside and 2nd. Cha-ching, cha-ching with less than an 8th. And down the stretch they come. It's Charlie R. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Zonk down to the inside in the deep stretch. Charlie R. Zonk is coming to him. Charlie R. hangs on. Zonk. 3rd, number 1, Cha-ching, cha-ching. 4th, number 5, Northern Hill. Here's the winner, number 8, Charlie R., 6-year-old son of Artillery from Melita, Hanover. Then trained by Mark Reardon of Delaware. Dave Miller, the driver. 4th season's victory coming in from the County Fair circuits. Pacing the mile at 158 and 4. It's another big night for driver Dave Miller with 4 winning drives tonight. 8-3.